Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. Gosh, don't you all look beautiful? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Right, I just want to show something actually real quick, if I can. Just let me get to, because people know, don't you guys? You know how crap I am when it comes to multitasking. So, I just sent this to a friend, and let me see. I want to see if I can show it up here, because it'll actually show where I am with this whole bullshit. Documents, isn't it? Let me see if I can find this first. So, hello, folks. I will get started in just a second. I promise. I just need to find something, and it never fucking works. Why does it never work? And can someone put hashtag #KeelaCan'tTech? Because that is only fair, since I keep doing it to other people. Come on, let me see. Hashtag #KeelaCan'tTech. I can't. I'm as bad as anyone else. And I don't know if you noticed, guys, but my internet crapped out. I'm going to go through that in a minute, if I can. But anyway. Right, let me pull this up. It's not going to work, is it? Is it in pictures? No, it's not. Why does everything have to be so fucking complicated? Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm gonna I am gonna start this show. Because we have a lot to talk about, don't we? Yes, thank you. KeelaCan'tTech. Multitasking is shit. My multitasking abilities are virtually fucking non-existent, as anyone who has been to my channel will know. Oh, that might be it. Is this it? No, it's not. That is a picture of a sunset, and nobody wants to see that. Not yet, guys, not yet. Right, so let me see who we have. Yeah, I know, I just went full boomer, basically. That just happened. I'm over 30 now, well, I'm over 33. So, yeah, full boomer. And, anyway, put the goats on it, yeah. Where are the goats? Goats, do my bidding. We have Nerd Angle. Yeah, I need to talk to you for a little bit. And please, nobody in the chat, because we do need to have a serious conversation. Nothing that I'm going to say tonight should be seen as an attack on anyone, but I do need to get a few things off my chest, because there's been a lot of stuff happening, and yeah, it's all fucked up. David Oliver. KeelaCan'tTech, but she has a voice of an angel. If an angel has been dragged through the fucking mud, through a car crash, I don't know what else, what are other metaphors to use there, but yeah, okay. I'll ask the goats again. Here's the thing, guys. When I was in farming, goats are not like sheep. They're not like cows. They will try to escape all the time. And the amount of times that I had to actually go looking for my fucking goats, that's why we actually got trackers. Yes, we had little like collar tracker things. But it's good to see everybody in the chat. Yes, Tusk. She has the voice of a 3-year-old outdated packet of Angel Delights. Nice. And this is why I keep Tusk around. He keeps it real. Plothole says, hey, Crafty Keela, say 33 again. 33. Or, as a lot of people like me saying with the tired Irish accent, which I am fucking tired, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. 33. There you go, Nerd. Nerd has it in the chat. 33. But it's not T-R-E-E, it's C-H-R-E-E. Let's get it right, people. Let's get it right. Who else have we got in? We have NANA. Hello. Dave N, who's here at most live streams. Good to see you, mate. Sarcastic Barman. It is good to see you. And I don't know where this fucking energy is gone, because I was just talking to someone and, right. So the picture that I was trying to pull up, which Johnny O actually has, I've sent it to Johnny O, is the fact that when I started my live stream, I know I've gone all high tech, even though I can't tech. I have a Fitbit now. I don't know how I have a Fitbit, but I have a Fitbit, and it's telling me that my fucking internet is messing up again. Anyway, my Fitbit told me that my heart rate was at 113 when I pressed the go live button. I'm going to explain why that is. And yes, to answer Johnny O's private question or statement, yes, my Fitbit does look so big on my tiny little fucking wrist. Because although I'm 5'10", guys, 5'10", and I'm fucking 7 stone. Like, so I am very, very, it's not a fancy Fitbit, it's a Fitbit 2, so it's old, but I'm happy. It makes me happy. The reason why I have it is to actually monitor what the amount of steps I'm taking. Yeah, excited crafty. I shouldn't be this excited. I've been having a fucking panic attack here in the background. And again, I'm going to go through that as to why. Are you on a treadmill? No. NANA, I'm not on a treadmill. This whole scenario has just brought my anxiety level up about 700 notches. That's why. And we will go through that in a few minutes. Well, I'm liking talking to people. I spent the last 2 days staring at a wall because, so people know that I kind of got a promotion, kind of ish, if you can call it that. But the person that's supposed to train me in the new job hasn't been in and won't be in until, when is it? Monday? So tomorrow, I've been asked to be in at 7 a.m. to shadow someone who doesn't start until 8 a.m. So me bollocks, am I going in at fucking 7 a.m. when that bollocks isn't in till 8? So yeah, hamster wheel. I need a hamster wheel. Someone get me a hamster wheel. I'm not small enough to fit into a hamster wheel. I want a hamster wheel big enough for me. That'd be awesome. And I've seen them. I've been in one of them, one of those big cages. Second best Bob. That's fine. We love all shapes and sizes here. You're all good. My resting heart rate is around 95. Fuck my life. My Fitbit says I'm exercising 24 hours a day. My resting heart rate is around 58. Between 55 and 58. So I have low blood pressure. And the reason being is, as a kid, I was sick. I was always fucking sick. And part of the treatment burned away fat receptors in my skin. So I don't have the ability to gain weight, or I find it very hard to maintain weight and heat. That's the one. I'll eventually get it right. Hey, Spooky Bed Hair is in the house. I love that name. It's such a great, yeah, the resting heartbeat of a sparrow. Oh, man. Wow, that's scary, John. My Apple Watch keeps telling me my heart rate is below 45. That'd scare the crap out of me. How many kilos is 7 stone? I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that my doctor tells me I'm 7 stone, which is down from 8 stone last year, which is not fucking good. So I need to pick up my eating habits again. So one of the things that I used to have to do is I used to have to eat 8 meals a day. Otherwise, I end up in the hospital for anorexia. And again, it's not like I don't purposely not eat. It's just I work too many hours in the day and it's physical work. So I don't eat as much as I'm burning off, which is a problem. So eating 8 meals a day, and I don't mean huge, big fucking meals, but proper meals. I do have a nutritionist and I have a dietitian, even though the nutritionist is actually the one that you want to fucking go with. But I do have both. Ish. I did. Yeah, long story. Hello, Nimrod. Good to see you, and thank you for your comments on my videos recently. Well, today I haven't got a chance to respond because I have been in work basically all fucking day, staring at a wall because I have a new laptop for work. And yeah, just eat cake. The cake is a lie, Anacito. The cake is a lie. You all know where I'm going with this. The cake is a fucking lie. So what was I saying? Yeah, I have this new laptop, but because of the security issues, I'm yet to get my security clearance and so get my logins, which is going to take another 7 weeks probably. My dog weighed more than that. Yeah, I weigh more. I weigh about the same size as my dog back in Cork. The dog that I left. Sad face. Very sad face. The cake is a lie. The cube is forever. Fuck yeah, a nerd angle. He has it right. Hello, Commander Darklight. It is good to see you. It really, really is. Because this is going to be a fucking difficult stream, lads. Strap yourselves fucking in. Now, I'm going to piss a lot of people off. On all sides. Probably. Hopefully not, but probably. Nothing, as I said. Ooh, hello. That's my neighbor. I don't know if you heard that big grrr, but that was my neighbor moving furniture. Just like apparently thunder is God moving his furniture. I don't know if that's true. You know? I don't believe it, but yeah. Anyway, I get sidetracked. You can tell I don't want to fucking talk about this shit. I'm talking about fucking cake and weight and heart rates and shit. I don't want to be here. Well, I do want to be here because you guys are awesome, but I don't want to be doing this at all. At fucking all. And I'm betting a lot of you are wondering why I'm doing it. Basic trigonometry. Crafty? Piss people off? Never. I kind of do that, don't I? I have a habit. I do. It's becoming a habit, which I don't give a fuck about. But it is becoming a habit. But some people will be offended. I'm warning you of that now. And again, nothing that I say here is aimed. Did you find the video? I didn't find the video. Which video? You mean the picture that I was trying to find? No. Can you hurry up and get on with the goods? Drama mom is sitting here. What? Wait, hang on. Sorry. Drama mom is sitting here not saying anything so her stooge arse can report back to Reds and Chet so they can make the response video. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, that's a private joke. That's a private joke. Drama mom. I think you'll find it was Teen Mom, but yes. Reds is on Red's side. Yeah, he is. Isn't he always? But yeah, I'm going to get it off my chest. Right. So first of all, one of the fucking reasons why right now my heart rate is up to 117 is, again, I don't want to be making this fucking live stream, but I feel it's necessary. And the reason why I feel it's necessary is I'm not sorry if you are offended. I don't give a shit. It's your right to feel offended, but it's my right to feel the way I feel. So, the reason why I'm doing the live stream isn't because I give a shit about the bloody drama. I really fucking don't. The reason why I'm doing the live stream is because, for some fucking reason, people feel it necessary to drag my name into this shit. So, this is why I'm happy that Nerd Angle is in the fucking chat. This is why I'm happy that Tony will be in the chat, I'm sure, at some point. And other people who have brought my name into this will be in the chat. Because we do need to talk. And again, it's not an attack on anyone. I think, first of all, I do need to say... Okay, no. Sorry. First of all, I need to say, fuck off, Seek. Fuck off. Nobody's doing a fundraiser. I work full time. I don't need shit. So no. Go ahead, no. But I do need to thank Nerd Angle. Before I say anything else. And you know there's a but coming. But before I say anything else. Nerd Angle, PhD Tony, The Plot Hole, Irish Demon, Jessica G, and a range of other people when all the bullshit went down last year, which some of you will know, some of you won't give a shit about, which is fine. I encourage that. They helped get me through it. Bacon Earth. A lot of people have criticisms of Bacon Earth. Bacon Earth on multiple occasions sat with me for days of me just sobbing because of all of the bullshit and the stress and everything else. And the grief. There was a sense of grief. I'll get back to that later. So I do have to thank the likes of Nerd Angle, who did step up and publicly support me. Basic Trigonometry, Jessica, of course, Tony, and the range of other people. And Anacito, you were there, and you're still here, and I appreciate it. Every single person, you have no idea. But there are things that we need to talk about. And it kills me to say this, but I do need to call these people out. Not for any wrongdoing. I don't think it was wrongdoing. I don't think it was meant to do wrong or harm. And I do appreciate wholeheartedly the support. We're going to go through what happened, Nimrod. I do support. I do thank people for the support on those public platforms over the last week. The only thing I will say about it, especially the people who were in the inner circle, who knew what a hard time I was having, the only thing I was disappointed in is that not one of you, not fucking one, came to me and asked for my permission to bring up my trauma. No, I get it. It was public. I get it. But it just disappointed me that nobody gave me a heads up that they were going to raise my issues with Reds. And moving forward, I'm not saying this to attack anyone. I'm really not. But it's because nobody really came to me and asked me how I would feel about my shit being brought up, that it did come to me as a bit of a shock. And the stress in the last week, it's not as severe as it was back then. And I say back then, it was only fucking 6 months ago. But as you can hear, it's still prevalent. So moving forward, the only thing I would ask, and not just for me, if you're going to bring up anyone else's story, if you're going to bring up anyone else's trauma or experience, at least show them the respect to ask for their permission first. For the simple reason that you may be triggering wounds that were beginning to heal to open up again. And again, I don't blame anyone for that. I really don't. This support has been fucking amazing. I can't thank people enough. I will get to what actually happened for people who are unaware in a few minutes. But I do have to make that point. Ooh, hello. For some reason, my live stream is on. Hang on. Have I not got... That is weird. That is weird. Hold on. My avatar, for some reason. Let's go with this one. For some reason, hang on. And I'm back. For some fucking reason, it's blank. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Is it still blank? That's the question. No, it's back. Okay, grand. Sorry. So people can see my lovely photo that that was made. Now, Nerd Angle, to be honest with you, yourself, you were drunk. Okay? No, not that that's an excuse, but you were drunk. And you were thinking off the cuff. That was not planned. But there are other people. It does. It Archivist 17. Sorry about the tap. But Archivist, it does hurt. And I'm going to explain why in a little while. But, it does. I did close the chapter, and I was starting to get back to where I was before all this shit happened. And it's kind of kicked me back a little bit. Now, I'll get over it. I'm a strong person. I am a fucking strong person. And it's not that, Avatar looking good now. It's not that I want to attack anyone, because I really fucking don't. And I do appreciate people showing me the support. Okay. Can you give the short version from your point of view? Only saw Josh's smear vid. Right. I am going to go through it in a little while, and I'm going to explain what happened and where and why and whatever. Well, a lot of people know what fucking happened. And then I'm going to go into the Shawn Hufford bullshit, because I think it's important. I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and it's only my opinion. It's not fucking correct, but it's my opinion. People can like it or hate it. I don't really give a shit. Yeah. So again, Nerd Angle, I'm not attacking you at all. I just want, going forward, people just to keep in mind that although I may come across as strong and move past it and all the rest of it, I have bipolar. I have been very fucking honest with my bipolar. And small things can seem like small things that can push people over the edge and not be okay again. So I would just ask, moving forward, that anyone in that position just take a second to think about the damage you might be doing by bringing someone's name into something. And so that's all I'd ask. If you're planning to bring someone else's story, experience, trauma, whatever, just do them the courtesy of throwing them an email saying, is this okay? I feel that this needs to be brought up. I feel that this needs to be talked about. Now, again, I know that what happened affected more than just me. But I did just want to bring that up. And just going forward to help people engaging in these kind of discussions. Hello, Martin H. Good to see you. Skydiver Tanner is in the house. So, yeah, please, just if you're in that position again, and if you're in your vicinity. Now, I did message fucking Nerd Angle after the stream, and I thanked him when I did see it. I thanked him for standing up for me, because people don't want to be engaged in drama. I get it. I never wanted to be engaged in drama. I was fucking pulled into it. So, let's talk about the drama. Let's talk about the tea. Everybody wants to know the tea. So the tea is this. Series of events happened last year, culminated in a 5-on-1 phone call on a creator called Amy Hogan, who at the time was a very, very, very good friend of mine. We kind of just drifted apart. I don't not like her. I don't hate her. We've just kind of drifted apart and done our own things. So just want to get that clear. There's no hate. There's no hate for Amy. I love Amy. She was dragged into a phone call, believing that it was Glober Mom, and Elia Moon. And instead, it was 4 or 5 people. And they wanted to go through what was going on with the iNetwork in response to Elia and whatever. None of my business. Didn't give a fuck. Until Elia decided to bring up an interaction with Jessica G, where Jess was like, oh, sit down with the bunkers are nearly at 1,000. That was when Jess was actually their one of their biggest supporters. They made a big fucking error with that, with how they treated Jess. But she was one of the biggest supporters. She came into the chat. She wanted to support or show support. That was great. Yeah, don't listen to Stream Elements. Stream Elements, fuck off. If you want, I don't care. But long story short, she ended up accusing me of saying publicly, or going around spreading rumors that A, she used and abused the iNetwork to get where she was. Now, Elia was brought into the community. I'm not quite sure about the fucking circumstances around that. Soon after she joined the iNetwork. The iNetwork taught her everything about that she knew about fucking streaming. The iNetwork behind the scenes, and I see Tatty fucking Bogle. Tatty Bogle will back me up the fuck up on this. The iNetwork did her sets. The iNetwork did her avatars. The iNetwork did her intro music initially. The iNetwork were her first guests. And so, and then, yeah, basically she fucked off. Which, again, fine, fair enough. There was a lot of shit happening, whatever. But anyway, she accused me of saying that she used and abused the iNetwork. Now, there is context to that. That was a conversation between myself and Mr. Serious back in, I want to say May, the end of May, when the whole bullshit blew up between her when she actually left the server, stormed off the server and never fucking talked to any of us about it. But that was a conversation because at that point, Mr. Serious was saying, oh, she should just go public. And I said, look, I'm new to this community, but here's how it looks to me. It would look, if she went public with all of this, that she used and abused the iNetwork, and that she, and now that she has her new boo, aka Punchy, at the time, she's gotten shit in order, and then she's dumped them and tried to fuck them over. That's the way it's going to look. If Elia goes, I was helping Elia at the time. I was friends with Elia. I was looking out for her. That was a private conversation between me and Mr. fucking Serious in May. Why the fuck was it being brought up in July? Or August, actually. July, August. So, for some reason, she brought this up in her little 5-on-1 ambush on Amy. And then she said that I was also spreading rumors about a story about her fucking son being fake. A story that I knew nothing about. Knew nothing that I didn't even know she had a fucking son. Yeah, big fucking drama. And so, yeah, I went fucking mental. I went mental. Absolutely batshit crazy. Of course I did. But I stayed quiet. Taddy, again, can back me up on this shit. Colon can back me up on this shit. Barman can back me up on this shit. I stayed silent. Until she sent a message to Amy telling her how she should feel about that 5-on-1 phone call, because other people told me that I was pissed. Again, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do fucking nothing. So yeah, that's what happened with me and Elia. I made a video because other people were in the background telling her to fuck off, leave people alone. She kept going. She kept going. She kept going. And I made the video public because it was the only way to get her to back the fuck off, because nothing anyone was saying to her in the background, nothing any of us said to her in the background got through. So I thought, you know what? If she's going to do that shit and tell people how she feels, how they feel about a given conversation or scenario, I'm going to be out straight. I'm going to tell her to fuck off. That was misconstrued. For that, I apologize. People took my words out of context. People took my words and thought I meant something else. And for that, I'm deeply sorry. And I have apologized for it. I don't agree with them, but I can apologize for it. For saying what I said in the way that I said it. So I'll hold my hands up. I should have worded it better. Definitely. I was a new creator. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was grieving because I'd been left a life that I had for 7 years, that I'd been building for 7 years. And all of this shit, right? In walks Cheshire fucking Vic. We all know what Cheshire Vic is. Cheshire Vic, for anyone that doesn't know, is a drama whore. And yes, I will say that live on air. Don't give a fuck. I said it to her on Twitter that night when she was harassing me. You're a drama whore. The only way you get views, the only way you get subscribers is big drama. That's the only way you survive on YouTube. And okay, that's your thing. That's your thing. And no, by the way, before anyone fucking says it, I have not had a single alcoholic beverage. Not one drop of alcohol has fucking left my mouth or passed my mouth. I wish it has. Fucking truly wish it has. Then my heart rate wouldn't at the moment be at 118 now. 118. But anyway, I digress. So Elia did her whole, she was threatening to dox me. She was after a month. She was still going in the background, gabbing at people, and yet telling me she was staying away from people. Yeah, it left my mouth. I'm so tired, Fred. I haven't slept in 2 days, by the way. So that's why I'm kind of like, ooh. I need pot. I need more than pot. I actually have pot somewhere, but I'm not allowed to smoke in this house because it's a new house and I'll be kicked out. So anyway, Elia did her big drama, demanded in her hate boner video, which I have, and in her hate boner live stream, which is available somewhere at some point, that I provide evidence. Now, I was waiting for this to happen. So I was there, and Amy will tell you, we were in a phone call together when this shit went down, and I was pissing myself laughing. I was like, yes, she finally did it. No, she did it in a way that was unexpected, but I expected her to have some backlash at some point and say, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. And she did. She didn't disappoint. I said in one of the comments on the video, or in the live stream, the live chat of the premiere of the video, yes, that's confusing, that she doesn't disappoint. So that happened. I was in the process of doing a response video, and it was taking longer than they liked. So someone, not going to mention, and again, this turned into a fucking dumpster fire on Twitter, where Cheshire Vic, Red's Rhetoric, Bullionator, Golden fucking Unicorn Farts, and Steve McRae all jumped in, amongst others, to tell me how wrong I was and what a bitch I was. All right? All fucking jumped in. So I make my video. I'm in the process of making my video. Sorry. And a message gets sent to random people. And up to that point, I had only talked about Amy because I didn't think it was right that she was targeted like that. Take a deep breath and chill. I wish. So up to that point, I was only talking about Amy in this context. And all of a sudden, they all get a message with Elia's first name and say, tell this person, aka Elia, that if they don't leave Keela and Jessica, yeah, Jessica G, see you in the chat. They don't leave Jess alone, we're going to dox her. We're going to release all of her private details. Now, I have never, even though Cheshire, I went back actually today and looked at Cheshire's hate boner fucking live stream with the tarts from that time of the month, is it? Yeah. Says everything about them, doesn't it? I saw that live stream. I went back today and watched it. Just for context, just to remind myself of all this bullshit. I know it's slowly coming back. Ice cream makes everything better. Yes, it does. Somebody give me ice cream. I need it. Anyway, she said that we know for a fact that she was giving out Elia's information. Proof, please. Proof. I need proof. See, here's the thing. Chesh, on Twitter, when she was like, grr arg, she went on this big fucking Twitter rampage, right? The first time, demanding, and you should have seen the demands, demanding that Amy come out and explain why she felt bullied. Like, what? Fuck off. Amy does not owe you a goddamn fucking thing. Get the fuck. And because we weren't giving her what she wanted, and Reds was in on this, by the way. This is why my name was being brought up into this bullshit. Reds was in on this. Reds was attacking me on Twitter, verbally abusing me on Twitter too. And I'll get to Reds now in a minute. So she then, because neither me, Dick Dawson, or the Kennedy in Space was giving her the reaction that she wanted, which was we were calm, we were trying to answer her questions, and she was getting pissed off. She then resorted to using all caps. Yeah, fucking all caps. We all know what all caps is. Fuck that shit. All caps, by the way, is a sign of people screaming and shouting. So she was using all caps, and I basically, without thinking, this is 5 o'clock in the morning for me, by the way, and we'd been talking to her for about 4 hours. Right? So I think I'm well within my rights to fucking end the conversation. And I made the point to say, accidentally, wording at 5 a.m., whatever. And I said something to the effect of stop being hysterical. Because she was using all caps. Loss of control. Thank you, basic trig. Loss of fucking control is right. She lost her shit. And you can't have my all caps, my caps collection. Never. Yeah. So she lost her shit. And I made the mistake of saying something to the stop being hysterical. And because I used the word hysterical, she went hysterical. She went hysterical by saying that I was sexist as a woman for using hysterical against another woman and not using it against Reds, who was calm and who wasn't using all caps. And then she blocked me. Like a fucking child, she blocked me. Do you remember fucking anyone that was watching Team Skeptic's live stream and he said, you know, what Reds does is he slaps you and then bans you so you can't slap back? That's Cheshire Vic when you really fucking trigger her. It's hilarious. That happened. Fast forward. My thing comes out. Something else happened. Oh yeah, the docs bullshit. And I condemned it. I came out very strongly and I said, anyone using my name to score points, shut the fuck up. That was my tweet. And again, Cheshire came out and rah for another 6 fucking hours, as if she doesn't have anything better to do, right? She's not obsessed with me, but she doesn't have anything better to do than bitch at me for 6 hours. And this is where I'll bring Reds in, because Reds at this point, because Reds and Shawn, Cy Strickling came after that. Apologies, Cy. Shawn, Reds, and who else? Steve. And I'm not against Steve. I don't have anything fucking wrong with Steve. I don't even have anything wrong with Reds or fucking Shawn. Whatever. Cheshire Vic can go fuck herself. But the rest, yeah, my thing comes out. Craven Mordick, Jesus. Yeah. Cheshire is famous for her bandness. She makes a point to talk about it in all her live streams. Oh my God, I'm so hated. Oh my God. She's like one of those Valley girls. But yeah, whatever. Oh, that's what it was. So I don't like talking ill of the dead. Really don't. And rest his soul, fucking billionaire. They were pissed off that I had pissed off billionaire to the point that he was doing a live stream. Here's the thing with that, right? And here's what actually did hurt a lot, besides everything else that was going on. Me and Bull had a great relationship up to that point. And here's where I do call out Reds and fucking Shawn. I sat for 3 hours with Bull. He was teaching me VMix, all right? He was teaching me VMix, not that I could ever fucking afford VMix or ever would want to. But he was teaching me VMix for 3 hours. We were talking about everything from equipment that we were using to work dogs because I had a German Shepherd retired guide dog and what it was like to have her. He was talking about his dog. We were talking about music. We both like classical music. I'm trained in piano. We were talking about his time in military service, which was incredible. I was talking about my trip to the Middle East and working with the UN. So we talked about a lot of shit on that discussion. And I love Bull. Even now, after all the shit, before he passed away, I still loved Bull. Still loved Bull. And I'll always love him because he was a good guy. The very next day, and I mean 13 hours later, he launched a live stream, or the countdown to a live stream, demanding that I was kicked off the iNetwork or he would leave. Giving an ultimatum. Having spoken to none of us about this shit. Why? Because he had gotten a phone call from Rhetoric and fucking Shawn Hufford. Because of the Twitter wars. What's being known as the Twitter wars. Hello, I am back. I'm back-ish. Okay, I'm back on my phone because here's the thing, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really fucking sorry. My internet crapped out, and this is the problem. I am working on getting fiber, but they just haven't got around to bringing it over to me, so I'm using my landlord's at the moment. So yeah, I should have my own broadband properly back up and running in a few minutes. So is the sound okay, guys? Please tell me the sound is okay. Can you hear me? Do I absolutely sound like shit? Yes, I am back. I am back. I'll always come back. Hopefully. Right. I have my little I do have my little lapel mic. So yay! The sound is good. Okay. Right, where was I? Oh yeah. So with the whole bull thing, he was phoned by Reds and Shawn, and they basically convinced him to fuck off, Craven Mordick. Don't even. They convinced him to start this live stream, calling me out, calling the iNetwork out, trying to get me kicked off. That was definitely those two. And I lost a very good friend because of it. That's yeah, I have mail. Ooh, hello. I do. I have a lot of mail. Okay. I saw. Right. So that was the end of that story. Reds and Shawn, in my view, pressurized Bull. Not that they have to pressure him very much. I think he thought it was a good idea. And I lost a very good friend. All because Reds, the day before or a few days before, had decided. This is his words now, guys. I will make sure you will never be welcomed into my community again. That was his words. I will never be welcomed into his community because it's, his. And yay, this actually, I'm working on my phone right now because I'm still fucking waiting for my shitty internet to. I wonder if I knock on the wall, will they refresh the fucking browser? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so manipulation. In my view. Now, I can't prove that. That is my opinion on what happened. It was mentioned by their side, not that I really fucking hate that word, but by them that this was discussed. So yeah, that happened. So let's get on to the Shawn and Reds shit, which is gonna make it very fucking difficult if I can't get onto my Google Docs. Okay, yeah, I still have it. Yeah, I can't get on. Right. This is annoying. This is frustrating. And I know it's frustrating for you guys. And thank you for staying with me. Being angry. I'm not really, do you know what? I'm not angry. I'm upset more than I'm angry. And this whole fucking thing has upset me. And I can't pretend it doesn't. It's something that I have to live with every day. I will never be able to repair my friendship with Bull. Sadly, he is gone. And here's the thing. Actually, no, I'll leave that because it becomes more relevant later. Can I assist Taddy Bogle? I don't know because I'm using StreamYards, so I'm not sure. It's not going to help me get on. Actually, no, it's one little clip that I wanted to show from Red's little arg thing the other night. But I can quote it because I have the quotes here in front of me. Right, so let me see. Let's go through the plot hole. The plot hole discussion the other night. And where I find it. Gah. So, plot hole the other night, and fair fucking play to the plot hole. That was not an easy situation that you were thrown into. Nobody expected Team to have the 9-hour live stream that he had. nor the things that he exposed. Right. So let's go through the times, what actually happened. Right. So Shawn lost his job. They ran a private fundraiser in May of 2019 to pay for electricity. 2nd of August, they did another fundraiser for rent for the month of August. The rent was due on the 4th. And here's where the contention starts. And this is Shawn's own words. This is what I got from Shawn's own words. So 20th to 21st, the search for a permanent solution. Talks started to float around about moving to Reds and in Florida. Job offer was given in February. Now, my question is on that. You say you had a job offer in fucking Florida in February. Did you not follow up with that job offer before agreeing to uproot your life to Florida? I'm not like, it's beggars belief. This, I'm sorry, it is. It's very difficult to understand. August 22nd was when the fundraiser happened. The goal was 10 grand, but they actually raised 7.5, wasn't it? 7,480 was what he was told. Signed the lease in June. Whatever. Right. In the lease, when they went through it, hate to say it, I went through my lease with a fucking fine tooth comb, and it was a generic lease. Yeah. I'm watching your comments. I'm seeing it. So my question was, if there was an option to pay month to month, and Shawn claimed that it wasn't offered to him at the time, or he thought it wasn't offered at the time, how could he pay month by month beforehand? And this is what I don't understand. He did his private fundraiser for the month of August. He paid his rent for a month in August when he had signed the lease in June. So he was already paying month to month. And he believed that the whole thing was, the move-in date was July. And so how was he paying month to month in August, and yet that wasn't available to him? That's the first thing. And that's only the first thing. I have a lot of questions. Yes, it was glossed over way too easy. Way too easy. And again, I don't blame anyone for that. It happens. I like this on my phone. I'm going to be honest with you. It is so much easier. Anyway. I'm going to back up what was said by both Team Skeptic and by Johnny O. It was Shawn's responsibility. It was his responsibility to know the terms of his lease. Team, yes. I'll get to that in a second, Nimrod. Team did not do right, but he made form his wrongs very honorably. And I'll get to that in a few minutes, because Reds brings this up. Hello, Dildo Baggins! I have Dildo Baggins! So what did Reds do now? We're getting into it. We're getting into it, lads. We're getting into it. We're getting there. We'll eventually get there. Only an hour into the fucking live stream, but we'll get there. I'm not good on live streams. I get diverted way too easily. So I do have a little bit of a timeline. Right, so we're talking about the plot holes discussion, first of all. We're talking about what happened when Shawn actually admitted that he fucking lied to everyone. Right. The context that he didn't talk to his landlords was the eviction of a neighbor.
The story was put forward with no substantial evidence backing this up. Not that anyone was asking for evidence. But yeah, I know, I love dildos. Yes, and you can clip that. I don't give a fuck. No, no slut shaming. No slut shaming on this. No kink shaming, no slut shaming. Shut the fuck up. Dildo Baggins is a fucking great name for a great person. Just gonna say that now. And it's an honor to have you in my chat, sir. I believe you're a sir. I'm sorry if you're not. Right. Sorry. Back to this. So, here's my next bone of contention. He was, sorry, in this scenario, he is basing all of his interactions with his landlord based on the one interaction with one person who was a neighbor who lost his job, quote unquote, who was evicted. Right there and then, right? I have a problem with this. I have a big problem with this. I'm not American. Don't pretend to be American. Don't understand how you run your system. Not going to pretend. But here's my problem. Basing all this off assumptions from what that individual told you. You do not know their history. You do not know their context. You do not know if they had a history of non-payment. And it does not mean that this is a blanket response to anyone who loses their job. I'm sorry, it's not. Especially because you were, in the eyes of the community, having this 7,400 or 7,500, nearly €20 or $20 off fucking 7,500. You had all this money raised. The whole thing, and now I know when emotion takes over and panic sets in. I understand that. Yeah. Breaking news, Crafty is not American. Not a fucking hope. I would not survive in America. I know this. But yeah. Fundraiser raised 7,500. And by this stage, you had paid month by month, Shawn. And I direct this at Shawn, not that he'll ever watch this or give a fuck about my opinion, and that's fine. But I direct this at Shawn. Just because your neighbor had a particular experience with the landlord does not mean that this is a blanket reaction or response by said landlord. I have been in situations where I have lived in apartment blocks, right? Where someone will come to the group and say, I was this and I was that and I was. We know you smoked crack in your fucking house, which voided your lease. We know that you often had people over for fucking raves. We know it. We were there. Fuck off. And yet, this person was, I lost my job and I didn't have and they kicked me out. No. You lost your job. You hadn't paid in 5 months. That's why you were kicked. They gave you all the options in the world, love, and you didn't pay. So, unless you know the context, unless you know that that person's full history, that is nothing for you to go off when dealing with your landlord. Now, when you took up that lease, surely you had already known the landlord and you were able to talk to him or her or them, whoever they were. That's my second bone of contention. To me, the complete refusal to engage with the landlords in any way, shape, or form. For someone of Shawn's standing in the community, and again, I'm going to get to Rhetoric's video now in a few minutes, but to someone of Shawn's respectability for critical thinking, if that's even a thing in this community anymore, and for calm and rational responses, he fucked that out the window. I'm going to be honest. He fucked it out the window. There was no rationality in anything that Shawn did. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. So yeah, it's the question is when he decided to leave and all the rest of it. It was the complete and utter refusal to engage with the landlords, and that was kind of hinted at, and that was kind of asked, but he didn't actually. All he did was say, this is my experience. I have a different understanding of the law. There's only one understanding of the law. And if you don't understand it, go to someone who fucking does. Sorry, love. over here, we have 3 tenancy boards that you can go to. I don't understand the fucking American system. Everything is done for profit and all the rest. That's fine. Whatever. You have tenancy agents, tenancy boards that you can go to say, this is a problem. Actually, Dildo, to be honest, don't bash Reds too much. People are going to be upset with me with how much I let Reds off the hook. Hi, team. Team is in the house. But I do have some very valid criticisms to ask Reds. So, this whole mindfuck could have been sorted by 2 things. 2 things that were hinted at but not quite said on the live streams that I've seen. First of all, he should have engaged with his landlord. Regardless of anything else, engagement, they cannot kick you out if you're willing to engage, if you're willing to pay. It's just not a thing. It's not profitable. It's not a good idea business-wise. Doesn't make any sense. So that's the first thing. The second thing is Red's dealing of this. And here's where people are going to get pissed at me. Red said, you have a couch, you have a week to find somewhere to go. Shawn. Don't like Reds. We have our fall now. We had our fall now. That's fine. Don't like Reds. His attitude fucking sucks. I'll get to that in a few minutes. Did you really think for a second, that the amount of dedication that Reds had put into helping you for 1 second, 1 fucking second, would have saw him kick you out of his home within a week if you didn't fucking organize something? Would you fuck off? No, he would not. He would not have left you homeless in a city that you were unfamiliar with. He wouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. I didn't know if this was happening. I didn't know if this was thing. Here's an idea. You're in touch with Reds. Fucking phone him up and say it out straight. Ask him. He's a straight shooter. We all fucking know it. That's what pisses me off about Shawn's reaction the other night. Reds, he was trying to talk me out of it. No. You all know. Anyone that knows Reds, you don't beat around the bush with Reds. Reds doesn't see, you see straight lines. He sees A and B. He doesn't see anything in between. You cut straight to the bullshit and you ask him up straight. Are you saying, I'm not welcome in your house anymore? That's what you do. And Reds will say, yes or no. I can host you, or no, I can't. But if he was saying, yes, I will host you, not a fucking hope in hell, knowing Reds as I do, which is not very well, not a fucking hope, would he have kicked you out after a week. And I'm sorry. If you thought that of Reds, then you did not fucking trust Reds. That was bullshit. And for throwing him under the bus like you did, Shawn, you owe Reds an apology. That's how I see it. Because that is bullshit. Again, there is discrepancies with what he spent the money on. So, not going to get into that. Because that was actually done really, really well by Team Skeptic and by Johnny O. Not going to get into that. Raised, what, fucking $7,500, $20 off $7,500. And by the time he went to Site Striking, there was $1,100 left, and his ex was trying to drain his bank account. That was basically it. And the rest was spent on things to feed him and clothe him and keep him with a roof over his head. Nobody gives a shit about that. So here's my contention with Reds and anyone that was on that live stream the other night. I'm going to call out this bullshit. First of all, the contempt shown for the people who went out of their fucking way time after time after time to help you guys out. And I address Shawn and Reds. You have shown them nothing but contempt. This was talked about earlier on Demon's stream. I'm going to get into that a little bit. I want to call out a few things. So Shawn started and he talked about the hostile environment that he believed he was going in. Team Skeptic is not hostile. He's an asshole, He'll admit he's an asshole. He will not let you away with fucking bullshit. Not hope. So I'll get to Athens 619 now in a few minutes. It's not relevant at the moment. He's an asshole. We all know him. We all love him for being an asshole. He'll call it straight. He will. And I know you're their team. Love you for that. He said he was coming into a hostile environment where the people that he was coming to talk to weren't friends. That's what was needed. Hate to say it, that's what was needed. Yeah, Godless Scummer, fucking right. That was not a hostile environment. You want a hostile environment? Come fucking talk to me, biatch. I'll give you a hostile environment. If you really want one. But even with that, I'd be fair. I would be fair. Even though I can't fucking stand any of you, I'd be fair. Because as a moderator, you have to separate yourself out. And Johnny O was fucking brilliant at remaining impartial. And when, yeah, he talked shit about the plot hole. We don't like shit being talked about the plot hole. While providing many, many plot holes. Yeah, I love it. Very political, I know. So, yeah. I did have to call that out. Hostile environment, my fucking hole. No, their heads weren't shoved up your ass, Shawn. That's what you had a problem with. Their heads weren't shoved up your ass. You know you weren't going to get a fucking easy ride, and that's what you had. And understandable, because when it came to me dealing with you fuckers, yeah, I had to have a mind frame. Because everything that you guys were saying on Twitter, off Twitter, in fucking other chats, when people were trying to make a big deal out of mine and Elias bullshit, I had to be in a frame of mind to deal with that shit. So yeah, genuine questions. Was talking about the difference between paying 10 months in advance versus 1 month at a time. Yeah, exactly. He was insisting pay it all up front. He didn't read the lease. He wasn't engaging with his landlord. That's on fucking him. Now, here's the problem. Where am I now? Came clean when team called him out. My question to Shawn, here's a new question. And it was, again, hinted at other live streams, in other live streams. My question to Shawn is this. If team hadn't opened his mouth, would you have ever come clean with the abuse of trust that you did? Would you have ever come clean? Because I don't think you would. And here's the problem. The only reason why Shawn Hufford came clean is because team had the balls to call him out. And that's sad. Again, I'm going to get into why people had an issue. Because Sly, Reds, and Shawn sat on that on that stream the other night. Shawn fucking bawling his eyes out. And yeah, to most people, it's crocodile tears. It's too little, too late. And I believe Shawn is genuine in he does feel bad. He didn't want to defraud people. He didn't want to ask people for more money. He didn't want to go out of his way. He never wanted it in the first place, blah, 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 blah. I feel bad for the guy. But at the same time, you have to sit there and take it when you fucked up. Just like I did. Right, so, had no choice, no job in months. And I can get that. I've been out of work before. I've spent 2 years unemployed. Now, I wasn't unemployed, I was fucking volunteering. Nobody would actually say he went out. Sorry, take that back. Nobody sensible would ever say he went out in that live stream or any live stream that he's done with the intention to fraud people. That wasn't a thing. But here's my other problem with the whole Shawn thing. And Shawn, you need to understand. And again, at Reds as well. Both of you need to understand why it is people. I'm going to do for you what you did for me. Explain why people were upset. Okay? And Barman, have a good night. Good to see you, man. I'm going to explain why people were upset. 3 reasons. 3 main reasons. There was other reasons, but 3 main reasons. First of all, Shawn lied. Hate to say it, but Shawn lied. He abused his trust, everyone's trust in him. He abused that trust by continuing on with the lie and thinking that in a scientific community, he could get away with it forever. Wasn't going to happen. So these things will always end up eventually out in the open. Always do. Because nobody can keep their mouth shut for very long, as Team fucking illustrated. Thank you, Team Skeptic. It needed to be said, man. Needed to be said. The second thing that people have an issue with, Shawn, is your fucking lack of respect. Infantilizing people as if people cannot understand that life gets complicated. We all know that life gets complicated. We've been through it ourselves. We understand that you need to live. Nobody had an issue with that. Nobody would have had an issue with that. But you didn't respect the people who time and time again stuck up for you and went above and beyond to see that you were safe. And that's what people have a problem with. You didn't respect people enough with the truth. You didn't think that they were capable of understanding that life sucks. And life has a way of throwing fucking curveballs all the time. That's what people have a problem with. It's not that you didn't use the money properly or whatever. It is you abused people's trust with your standing in the community. You abused that trust and you didn't respect us with the truth. And the third thing, and this is the real thing that nobody has said. Nobody really, I think one person has mentioned it. It's the attitudes. My God, it's your fucking attitude. For the last 2 years, I'm in this community a year. I'm in this community a year. And throughout the entire fucking year, Shawn Hufford and Red's Rhetoric and Cheshire Bitch, Vic, and whoever else have gone on little crusades. What do I mean by this? They have demanded the station of the morality checkers. They have demanded it. Nobody has given it to them. They are the arbitrators of morality in this community for some fucking reason. People just trust them. Get into whether that's good or that's bad, but not the point. And my fucking internet still hasn't come back on, lads, by the way. My Wi-Fi still hasn't come back on. This is why I need my own Wi-Fi. This is why I'm on my phone. So apologies if it does cut out a little bit. But this last thing really sticks in people. It would be fine. Nobody would really say anything about it if Shawn didn't have the respect that he has in the community. But not only that, if he didn't run around like the fucking BG Jesus of the community, that I know everything and I'm the arbitrator of morality. He decided to take up that mantle. And Reds decided to take up that mantle. I'm holier than thou kind of attitude. Both of them. They're both guilty of it. And this is why people have the fucking problem. It's I'm the pinnacle of morality and nobody understands and whatever. Now, again, this is fucking hard to do. This is I don't want to be doing this, but nobody wants to be doing this. But however, let's go on to rights. Actually, no, I want to go to Sly. I'll bring fucking Reds up in a minute because Reds I am going to rip the bollocks out of. In ways that you don't expect. It's not as though I want Reds to feel like shit. There's a few things that have to be said, and nobody has said them yet. Sly was talking about how friends help each other, friends calling out, right, friends help each other. Friends also call out the bullshit. Shawn Hufford was a very good friend of Team Skeptic. Team Skeptic called out his bullshit. Called out it then, called out it now. Now, whatever, yeah, team, you've owned your mistakes. You said you fucked up by not hammering things home like you should have. We all fucking make that mistake, especially when it comes to dealing with friends. We all make that mistake. All right? But you've made up for it. You've come out, you've said, I fucked up. Nobody else has really said, I fucked up. Instead, what happened was Shawn Hufford came out and immediately said, don't forgive me. I'm unforgivable. Boo-hoo, I'm fucking unforgivable. I'm sorry. Everybody is forgivable if you go about it in the right way. I don't expect anyone to forgive me. I can't believe anyone has. That's the way he started out his bullshit on Reds. His weeping. If you go about it the right way, people are very fucking forgiving. Except for one person who I'll get to in a minute. Right, no one got rich out of this. Again, the point is to respect people with the truth. Sly, I'm sorry. I don't know you. I really don't. And you seem like a good guy with good intentions. But it is the respect. When people give you 7.5 grand, the least you can do is be fucking honest. Is respect them enough as human beings for them to understand your predicament. That's all people are asking. That's all people are asking. It's not a big shit. It's just respect. Right. The next thing he says, anyone that says show me a receipt doesn't have shit. Show me a receipt. Show me that you actually did what you claimed you did with the money that I gave you and others gave you. Is not saying, if you show me a receipt, we're all good. That's not saying I have nothing. It's not, I'm sorry, you're drawing a false equivalence here. And I'm going to call you out on that. I have to call you out on that. I'm sorry. When it comes to funds, show me a receipt that, and the show me the receipt thing came when he was claiming that he paid the landlord. It wasn't show me a receipt for everything you spent. Nobody gives a fuck. It was at the time, again, see, here's the problem. Context doesn't matter for these people except when it proves their point. This is why I was brought into it. Because 7 times, either Cheshire or Reds, sorry, I was about to say team, Cheshire or Reds, in their abuse of me on Twitter, said that context does not matter. Intention does not matter. What matters is what's perceived. They are your words, Reds. Fucking your words. They're your words. Intention does not matter. That's what you said to me. What matters, and that's what fucking can never remember his name. That's what other people said. Intention and context doesn't matter. Until it comes to you guys. And then context and intention is everything. So yeah, he wasn't out to scam people. Did he scam people? Yeah, he fucking did. Hate to say it. Did he set out to defraud people? No. Well, I won't say he defrauded, but he did scam. He did scam for good reasons. But the road to hate fucking is paved in good intentions. Like, don't mean to be bad lads, but it is. The next thing they said was Shawn's fears were justified because of all the backlash. The reason people are pissed isn't because he spent it in a different way. The reason people are pissed is because he lied about it and kept up the lie for months and months, actually a fucking year and a half. And instead of actually trusting people at the start with the truth to understand as adults that life is complicated, he decided, no, I'm just going to outright lie. And then I'm going to hold everyone else to a standard that I can't hold myself to. That's the problem. This is the problem, lads. This is the fucking problem. All right? Let's not get out from under what the actual root cause of the problem is. It's not about how the money was spent. It is the lies. It is the fact that he abused people's trust. It is the fact that he didn't trust us as adults, as a community, to back him the fuck up. That's where people have the problem, and that he's gone around the community acting like the pinnacle of morality when he knows, nobody else knew, but he knew, he fucked people over. He was just the same as everyone else, and yet he's running around like his farts don't stink. Now, here's where we get to the clip that I actually wanted to play, and because my Wi-Fi is fucking up, I can't play it. But I will leave a timestamp, and I will leave the because Shawn Reds has put this onto unlisted, so you can actually watch it if you have the link. So I'm going to give you nice people the link. This is Sly. Sly is absolutely fucking right. I can't tell you, Sly, how right you are in what you just said. All right? Here's the quote. Here's the quote. Claiming victory and dragging people's names through the mud based on opinions. If you're claiming victory over that, you're a disgusting human being. All I would say is look who you're fucking talking with. Because Reds did exactly that. He abused me for fucking weeks on Twitter to the point that I could no longer remain on Twitter. I'm off of that platform. He went to every other creator and tried to fucking poison the well. Him and fucking what's her name, Chesh, went to everyone and said, do not invite her onto your platform. If you do, you're going to have issues with us. They went so far, and here's something that I've never spoken about until now, because apparently I'm enemy number one to these people, even though I fucking defended them. Here's why I left the iNetwork. And I don't say this as hatred towards the iNetwork. I really don't. Please do not show them hate. For the most part, they're good people. Reds, in the background, with Bull, with Shawn, with someone else, I can't remember who else was in on that, on Ilya's behalf, was arguing because of all these Twitter bullshit. They were screaming at Dick Dawson and Dead Kennedy in space. This is my information. I don't have proof of it, but really good source. Really fucking good source, lads. They went, and I'll get to this in a second, team, yet they did try to attack you when you came out with facts, right? And they knew it was facts. Red's Rhetoric and Bull went to Dick Dawson and Dead Kennedy in space. And AT2, actually, because AT2 is not fucking, no angel in this. And AT2, you're not going to get a free ride here either. We'll get to you in a minute. Just remembering. AT2, by the way, was playing all sides off of each other. Because that's what AT2 does. He acts like he's all innocent, but he embeds himself in the fucking drama, stands on the sideline, siding with both people, pretending to be neutral, and then whichever side comes out on top, AT2 claims fucking victory and claims the benefits of that. That was a result of me. And there's other people in the community that do that too. I'm not going to say that AT2 is the only person. And yeah, so guys, please be fucking civil in the chat. You can disagree with each other, that's fine. I don't care. But this has to be said. So, claiming victory and dragging people's names through the mud based on opinions. If you're claiming victory over that, you're a disgusting human being. While being on a live stream with Red's Rhetoric. You see how that's got a sting? The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy, Sly. I'm sorry. You know, because you're on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore. But you're on Twitter. You see it all the fucking time. Reds does exactly that. Based on his opinion, and because it's his opinion, it's gospel in this community. To some. Not to all. But to some. And Shawn as well. And this is the point. Shawn and Reds held such esteem in this community that their word was not challenged at all. Meanwhile, smaller creators or smaller people in the community, again, if you can call it a community, were absolutely hounded off of YouTube, off of Facebook, off of Twitter, off of all platforms, because Reds disagreed with their opinions. He sent fucking people after them. And if I can get back in, I'm gonna try. Because this is actually, I can get to my brand. This is where this comes in, and this is why this is important. I'm not going to read this out, but this is one of the messages that I got. Enjoy this, guys. This was about 3 days after Red said, "You will never be welcome back in this community." This is only one of several messages like this that I got. And that is not even accounting for the abusive messages that didn't tell me to self-harm. This is what I got. Thank you, Reds. But of course, this isn't you because reasons, I guess. 3 days after you tell people that there is a vendetta against me to kick me out of the community, and I get this. Oh, but according to Cheshire Vic and Unicorn Farts, I deserved it. Apparently. I don't know how, because apparently I invited the trolls in. But I would imagine, and fair play to Sit Down with the Bunkers, they actually did hold their hands up and say, anyone that's doing this shit, please stop. This wasn't Sit Down with the Bunkers. This was the fanatics of Red's rhetoric. Believe it or not, accept it or not. Your words hold weight in this community, whether you accept that weight or not. And this is where I'm getting to Reds. Because we have a lot to discuss and you will not discuss it with me. And I get that. Your voice holds so much weight. So much weight in this community. And this is why the contempt, the hostility, all of this that's coming from you is not acceptable, Reds. He came out and said, am I going to give people an apology? Am I fuck? I'm not going to give people an apology. Not a hope. They don't deserve it. Yes, they fucking do. Yes, they do. They deserve it. And the reason they deserve it is because whether you intended to or not, let's take your view of things, Reds. Intention isn't fucking important. Context isn't important. People were robbed. People were lied to. People were told to trust this person by you. You told them. You brought them onto your channel and you told them, help this dude out. He's a good dude. Help him out. This is where the funds are going to. You did that. Nobody else. Nobody else. And because of the weight that your voice holds in this community and Shawn's, people trusted you. Shawn abused their trust. And right now, you are abusing their trust by refusing to own that shit. Is that clear enough for you, Reds? So, I want to get into another few things. Because this is important. This is really fucking important. And nobody has said this to Reds. Or people have probably tried. But here's the thing. I'm sorry, Reds. You are a pinnacle of the... And you chose that role for yourself. The arbitrator of morality. And you can't hold your buddies to that fucking... the same level of standard that you treat everyone else with. You can't hold them to it. It's important to talk about this. He said, I don't see Shawn's lie as a fraud. I see it as fucked up, which it is. I wanted to help a friend. Emotional pleading. Don't care. You wanted to help a friend. That was fine. You helped a friend. But in the process of helping that friend, you hurt a lot of people. You did a lot of damage to individuals. and to the community as a whole because of how all this played out. And you need to own it. Here's where I have the problem. Here's where I have the big problem, guys. And here's where a lot of people are going to get pissed off at me. He says, I've done everything I could to take responsibility, even though I'm innocent in everything. My fucking bollocks, are you innocent in anything? Sorry, lad, you're not. We're going to have to take responsibility and honor the refunds. Now, I want to talk about the refunds. Because this is where you don't fucking get it. Very simply, this is where you don't get it. Not about the money. Can't stress that enough. Not about the money. It's never been about the fucking money, Reds. Never been. It never will be about the fucking money. Get your ass off the money. Nobody gives a fuck about the money. Is that clear? Is that clear? Not about the money. So the idea of this emotional pleading where I'm just going to throw money at this, it'll all go away, and I'm going to fuck off out of the community and never come back. And you say you have balls? Sorry, what? Hang on. I'm going to throw money at this for it all to go away, even though the issue isn't money. And then I'm going to hightail it and run. That's Gary Wybenga. Gary Wybenga actually made it to a live stream of mine. God help you, Gary. And we're actually probably on the fucking on the same side of this. So this is my problem. The idea, and this is a cynical way of answering the criticisms. It's a very deeply, deeply cynical way of answering the things. I'm just going to throw money at it and run. That's bullshit. That's not owning shit. That is not owning shit. I'm sorry. That is being a coward. Because here's the thing. Not one person, again, sorry, I'll rephrase. Not one sensible person. And here's where people are going to get pissed off at me. Not one person has asked you to leave. Nobody wants to see you just run off your channel. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody's asking for it. So you volunteering that shit makes me think that you are not confident in what you're saying. I'm just going to throw money and run away. Earn your fucking stripes. You done fucked up. We all fuck up. Take some time off if you need it. Reevaluate your priorities. It's been a rough few months for everybody. Nobody has asked you to leave your channel. Nobody's asked you to do it. Okay, team said, fuck off Team Skeptics. Go back to your own. Do what you want on your own channel. Okay, that's a point. I don't give a fuck. I don't support Craig. I'm sorry. I know that's there are other things that have come to light to me that I do not support FTFE. I am not going to get into that. That's my own personal fucking thing. Doesn't matter. The other reason why I don't support FTFE is Red's Rhetoric being on his channel. And I messaged I messaged FTFE and said, you can go ahead and take my wrench because I won't be needing it. As long as Reds is on your channel, not a hope am I going to be a part of it. Because of the level of audacity that he had when it came to attacking me verbally. Can't do it. I can't. I can't support that shit. But there are other things with FTFE that I have issues with. They're my own issues. Nobody's fucking business. Not going to talk about it here. Not going to talk about it anywhere. Not my place to say, but I do have issues. That's all I'm going to say. So, again to Reds. Let's go down the fucking track. Right. We're all going to have to eat shit for this. Okay. Eat the shit. We've all had to do it. Eat the shit, come back stronger. Take your dose of reality, like we've all had to do. Accept you fucked up and earn the respect back. That's it. That's all people are asking you to do, is answer the questions as openly and honestly as you can, without the contempt in your voice, without the hostility in your voice of people demanding accountability. And yeah, stop doing fundraisers. That's my advice. That may be a complicated thing. My advice, stop doing fundraisers. It's going to get you into trouble, and if it's going to cause more fucking harm than good in the long run for you, stop doing them. You know, just stop. Seems like an obvious thing, right? That's my advice. Don't leave. Take the bullshit. Eat the crow, as Team Skeptic was saying the other night, even though he was showing rooks. Yeah, I was watching. Build a fucking bridge and get over it. I know, that seems very fucking straightforward. Right. What's next? Yeah, this is where I have the problem. Reds claims he's all about forgiveness. And here's where a lot of people have the issue. Reds is all about forgiveness if you're in his little sanctum. If you're in his little sanctum, then you get as many. Yeah. And Bob Nodell says Reds is no longer on FTS's channel. Okay, that's fine. Still won't be watching them. Sorry. I have other issues with FTFE. Again, my own issues. Nobody else's business. But Reds. All that's been asked. All that is being asked. I have to take a drink. Fucking hell. I know, team. How did you go 4 hours without having a drink? Fucking hell. I've been going nearly 2 and I'm parched. And I have 7 up, by the way. Hold on. No, I won't do that. I won't be silly. Where was I? Yeah, forgiveness. The only thing that people are being asked to do is to hold our side and the people that we value and the people that we respect and look up to in this community and the people who claim to be the pinnacle of all morality in our community to the same standard that we hold people like Gary Whitebenga to. Let's do it. Let's just have accountability. Don't take everyone at their word. Abso-fucking-lutely. Now, when it came to the whole fucking Elia thing, here's what was funny was I was asked by Elia and her sycophants to actually provide evidence. When I did provide evidence, and here's where I come back to Cheshire Vic and to Reds to an extent, Reds didn't bother watching the video. Didn't give a fuck. Right? He never fucking reached out to me after that. He didn't give a fuck. That's fine. Don't care. Chesh went through my video, threw out everything that showed a pattern of behavior of abuse of trust. I wonder why that was. And then starts saying bullshit that, oh, well, I've spoken to these people and therefore they're correct. And why should anyone take your word for it when I actually have screenshots of what was said? You know, Glover bitch. Yeah, she was running around all of these things, Glover mom. Just so nobody has any misunderstandings of who I'm talking about. She ran around all of these live streams saying, I've been done so wrong. No, bitch, you did it to yourself. You ran around like a blue arse fly in these phone calls. You got kicked off the iNetwork for it, and then you blamed me because you just couldn't stop with the drama. Nobody wanted the drama. You were kicked off because of it. And then you blamed me. That's fine. Fair enough. You two-faced little cunt. Yeah, I said it. Glober bitch is a two-faced cunt. Hate me. Sue me. Beat me. I don't give a fuck. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. And no, there's no science in that. That is an opinion. Right. So we will make sure they get their money. And again, he kept talking about the money. Reds. It's not about money. Not about the money, man. Not about the money. Can't actually say enough how it's not about the money. You say you don't offer apologies. This is the problem. When you don't offer apologies, you don't admit that you fucked up. You don't accept that you fucked up. Nobody would give a shit if you were genuine, held back the contempt a little bit, and just were honest and said, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I trusted my friend. I should have done this better. And in hindsight, I would have done it better. That's it. That's all you had to say. Instead, you made a song and dance about how team went on a fucking live stream on a rant for 9 hours, which it was only 4. It was only 4. It's only the last 4. And drunk. Team didn't come forward simply because he was drunk. That might have been what initiated it. But it's the same reason why I'm not coming forward now. I'm not coming forward because I'm not. Wait, hang on. Whoa. God, the scummer. I'm not pissed at you. I'm not pissed at you. It's Glober bitch that I'm pissed at, and I'm not even pissed at her. I just think she's irrelevant, and she's running around trying to be relevant. So she may fuck off. She's two-faced bitch. So right, the last thing I want to address. Is, well, there's 2 things. With Reds, I don't see others offering what I'm offering. That was his direct quote. Again, I have quotes from the live stream, and I will post it in the what's the word? I'll post it in the description. See, I'm tired, lads. I've been working for 10 hours staring at a wall. This is what happened. Yeah. Okay, grand. As long as you realize I wasn't pissed off at you, godless scummer. God no. Everyone should be held equally culpable. Here's the problem that I have with it. Nobody's doing more than me. Now, do you know what that's like? Oh, trying to find an equivalent. Hate to say it, and I know there's Trumpians out there, but that's like Trump. Nobody ever did anything for black people the way I've done things for black people. I am the least racist president ever. Nobody has ever done more for black people than I've done for black people. That was his moment. That was the Reds Rhetoric Trump moment, right? That was, well, nobody's willing to offer what I've offered. Nobody asked you to offer that shit back. You didn't take the fucking money. Shawn took the money. And here's where, again, people are going to get pissed off at me with. I did want to show this, but I can't. Bourbon is a hell... What? Bourbon is a hell of a gate breaker. Fuck bourbon, whiskey all the way. Yeah, Trump kind of forgot about Abraham Lincoln there. In the same way that Reds has forgotten everyone else who came up and said, I done fucked up, which is more than what Reds has done. Another moderator just handled this. What? Handled what? What's going on? People, please be fucking nice. Don't even. Because we can agree and disagree. That's fine. That's all I have to say. But yeah, I've done more for people in clearing this all up than anyone else has. Again, I quote fucking Team Skeptic. That, bro, is an empty gesture. That is a fucking empty gesture. I'll throw money at it as if that'll make the problem go away, even though the problem isn't money. This is where Reds and Shawn are fucking up. It is not about the damn money. But the idea that why aren't you putting your money where your mouth is? And again, team fucking addressed this. I didn't take people's money. You didn't take people's money. You know? Moderator. This is the thing. Fucking the other night, Shawn Hufford. I was waiting for him to actually scream out, moderator, am I going to be allowed to talk? It was just a joke. I would answer your question if you actually let me answer it. Well, answer the question I'm asking you, not the one you think I'm asking. Yeah, Red had a Trump moment.
It happened. It happened, man. It happened. Seriously, watch the video. I will post it in the description after this. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. That's what he actually said. I'm done with the fundraising thing and the community. Yeah. Shawn, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit. Here's some of the quotes from Shawn after Reds was done spewing his bullshit. He betrayed everybody's trust because he lied. Yes, you fucking did. And fair play to you for admitting that, for owning up to it. The situation changed and it couldn't have been helped that it changed. And here's where the excuses come in. Don't make excuses after being honest like that. The situation changed and you weren't honest about the situation changing and you didn't trust that people were adult enough. Hey, do not time him out. Do not ban him. Do not time him out. I'm telling you this now. Anyone that times out Unirock can go fuck off. Uni, I have no issue with you, except for you attacking someone who's a very close friend of mine over their health, their mental health issues. Cut that shit out, please. Doesn't help anyone. Unirock says, told you so. Yeah, again, it was like, who said it? I think it was Team who said it was like Unirock getting shit right in this circumstance, or maybe it was Reds, but it was a good fucking equivalent. Unirock getting shit right was basically like a football announcer saying that the football itself was in a stadium. That was it. That was all you got right. Sorry, man. I did have to say. Did have to say that. Yeah. No more fundraisers, no more community. When you think about statement, it speaks volume about how he sees the community. This is my problem. This is why, I'm fucking saying the issue isn't money. Nobody gives a fuck about the money. If they had just been honest and said, life sucks, that wasn't you that said it. It was probably Reds then, weirdly enough. He actually got something right. It's the self-righteousness. It is the if apologies. And again, I did say I would get to Athens 619. And I will, yeah. Moderator, heard my name. Moderator, deal with this shit. Hey, now none of that. None of that. Unirock can be in this fucking live stream. I'm not a fan of Unirock. I'm not an enemy of Unirock. Unirock is a douchebag at times, but he has every right as anyone else to be in this live stream if he wants to. Just be nice to people. Please. Just be nice. Be respectful. Allow me to do the disrespect. It's fine. Sorry. The situation changed. It couldn't have been helped. Again, the problem wasn't that the situation changed, is that you infantilized everyone by saying you're not capable of understanding that life changes shit sometimes. That's the problem. And it is infantilization. I'm sorry. I wish I had the balls to come clean earlier. And again, this is the point that Shawn has yet to answer. Feel Jesus in you. Hello, sir. Thanks, Crafty. You were much nicer to me than most Globers have been. And Flat Earth, Truth, or Community are turning on each other too. Yeah, look, I have no issue. I'm not aggressive when it comes to flirfs. If you want to feel the way you feel, I will ask you questions. But I'm not aggressive, and I try not to be abusive. I have a laugh. People know that I'm having a laugh. It has been a while. And Feel Jesus in you is good crack. I'm telling you, he's good crack. Batshit crazy in a good way. Right. The last thing I want to address, and then I will put this to rest, is Sly. Sly came out with, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. If you never lied about anything, blah, 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 blah. Here's the problem with that, Sly. I have never held myself up to be an arbitrator of morality in this community. Shawn has. Shawn, only weeks ago, was screaming top of his lungs about how everybody should fucking hate BM Furball.
for personal issues that had nothing to do with YouTube. That was Shawn running around on a crusade against BM Furball. He sets himself up as the pinnacle of our society, of our community, as if his farts don't fucking stink, knowing all of this shit. We didn't know about it, but he knew about it. Fucking Shawn knew about it. Well, why is he running around fucking making noise? Fuck off. If you're going to say that he who is without sin turned that asshole round and pointed in the direction of the people, the two people that you were sitting on the live stream with. Okay? Fred, I don't really know the whole BM Furball. I don't give a shit. It was personal stuff. It was nothing to do with YouTube. It was none of fucking Shawn Hufford's business. It was none of Cy Strikling's business. It was none of fucking Red's Rhetoric's business. I don't know if Reds was in on that whole thing. I don't know. But the whole BM Furball thing, nobody's business but BM Furballs. Hate to say it, mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business. Very simple. And if you are going to be that fucking self-righteous as to say, if you have never lied about something, you are not allowed to have an opinion on this, bull fucking shit. That is the only way this community, if you can call it a community anymore, has the ability. Ooh, why did that go on? My bedtime mode went on. Sorry about that. For some reason, my bedtime mode went on. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm up for work in about 5 hours. Yay! But yeah, this is why this had to be addressed. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. That's the fucking point. Because neither Reds nor Shawn have stopped throwing fucking stones at anyone and everyone. And when they throw a stone, Sly, when they throw a stone, when you throw a stone, Shawn and Reds, when you throw a stone, it's not a fucking stone, it's a bleeding boulder. And believe me, I have felt it. And again, just so people are aware, 2 days after Red's Rhetoric says his bullshit of I will never be welcomed into his community again because he disagreed with what I did or what I said or what he perceived that I said, this is the shit that I got. This is the shit. So, if you're going to hold other people to a standard, be willing to turn that back on the people you respect. That's what I'm doing now. That's what Team Skeptic did. That's what fucking Johnny O from the plot hole did. People were given a chance to fucking and again, the only reason why I'm speaking out about this, any of this bullshit, is because my name was dragged into it because of my history with being absolutely fucking abused by Red's Rhetoric and by Cheshire Bitch. So, again, the only reason why this live stream is happening is because I have been dragged into it several times on several live streams where people think it's okay to tell my story. You want to hear my story? I'll come onto your live stream and I'll tell my story. I have no fucking problem with that. I can speak for myself. Thank you. But at the same time, I do think having people there like Nerd Angle, fucking amazing human being, and like PhD Tony standing up for me is what got me through the last couple of months because it has been tough. And again, when I started this live stream, my heart rate was at 113. It's still fluctuating between 150 and 117. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. And you don't understand that in the last 4 days, because my name has been dragged into this bullshit, I have had 4 panic attacks to the extent that I was sent home early today, knowing that I was doing this live stream. This has not been easy for me, but I do appreciate the 100 people. Wow. Thank you, guys. The 100 people who were willing to sit here with me for 2 hours and listen to my point of view on this. I'm not drunk. I'm not irrational. I don't have any hatred for most of these people. I don't have hatred for Reds. I just think he's a fucking dirty little hypocrite who needs to hold himself and his buddies to a higher standard. and stop the contempt. People are rightly calling you out because you played a role. People rightly called him out and he fucking took it. He accepted it. He looked at the evidence. You refused to. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, man. You need to hold yourself and your community and other people and your buddies to a higher standard, to the same standard that you hold or attempt to hold Unirock to. If you're gonna fucking attack it, if you're gonna attack people and be the arbitrators of morality in this community, hold your fucking self to the same standard. And if you're not willing to, and others choose to, do not come out with this bullshit of you're not allowed to have a voice because I say so. Fuck off with that. Strip away the contempt. Remove the hostility and decide where you stand in this community. Are you going to accept your role? Are you going to apologize for your role in people being hurt? Because, as was said on that live stream by Brainy Beaver, the effects of this will be felt throughout the fucking community for a very long time. People are now terrified of either holding fundraisers for worthy causes and important causes, or they're afraid to donate to causes because they are afraid of what's going to happen to the money and to their goodwill and to their good name. Here's the thing that people don't know. And this is the thing that I wanted to circle around to. And here's what I want to end on. I donated to the Bull fundraiser. I donated. I'm not going to tell people how much, but I donated. Reds, have I reached out to you once and asked you for that money back? No, I have not. Shawn Hufford, have I reached out to you and asked you for that money back? No, I have not. Because as Team Skeptic said, I don't believe that every fundraiser that you have had has been scam worthy, I suppose. I do believe that what you said happened to the money in terms of boo. It happened. All above board. But that does not mean that just because that one fundraiser went the way it was supposed to, it does not mean that every fundraiser that you've done has to be accepted to be above board. I'm sorry. That's not what accountability means. Accountability means step by step, account by account, or fundraiser by fundraiser. Every single fundraiser has to be held to the highest of standards. We can no longer, and because of this, we have seen that we can no longer take anyone's word for anything. Our abuse has been fucking violated. So we can't trust you. We can't trust Shawn. We can't trust Team. We can't trust FTFE. We can't trust anyone unless every single fundraiser is held for every single cent. Every cent has to be now documented, which in fairness should have been the way it was done up till now. It wasn't done. We can't take for granted that just because that one fundraiser or that two fundraisers or whatever that you've done has been above board, we can't take it for granted now that everything that you say is true or everything that Shawn says. And again, that's not your fault. You trusted in a person, but the problem is you were not holding them to the same accountability as you would hold others to. And that's what people are pissed off at. And when they raise this with you, you attack them verbally, you are hostile to them, you show them contempt. That has to end. Own up to your bullshit, like all of us have had to do. And move on. And earn the respect back. Because I'm telling you, man, there are people out there who will still respect you. There are people out there that will still support you. Just remember, Reds, it was not fucking Elia Moon, and it was not Cheshire Vic who sat in 2 live streams arguing with you vehemently for you to turn on your memberships. That was fucking me. That was me demanding that you respect your audience enough to decide whether or not they wanted to support you financially. That was not fucking them. That was me. Because I wanted to support you. You refused to allow me to because you didn't think I could handle the fact that you don't do rockets all the time. You insulted my intelligence and you continue to insult my intelligence, and you insult the intelligence of everyone who has ever fucking trusted you, followed you, supported you. So stop insulting people and accept the bullshit. And earn the respect back. Don't just fucking throw money at it and run away. Earn the respect back. That's all people are asking for you to do. So with that, thank you for listening to my 2-hour rant. You mad bastards. I love you. I'm now 2 hours late for a 10 p.m. shift. I'm sorry you're late, but headphones are a thing. You couldn't listen to it. I don't know. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you again. You have no idea how much having you guys with me in this to listen to my opinion means to me. It does mean a lot. Reds, Shawn, own your shit. Quit the bullshit. Accept what you did. And earn the respect back. End of. End of. Communicate. Bye, folks. Love you.